Hi guys, what's up? I'm Mary Richardson. I am a rapid transformational therapy practitioner, which means I help people get past the things that keep them stuck, whether that's strong anxiety, self-doubt, low self-esteem, even healing from a narcissistic relationship. If that's you, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is narcissism. So narcissism is not just a type of personality like outgoing or extroverted or introverted. It's actually a disorder characterized by seeking attention. So there are different types of narcissism. So the main types, and I'm not a doctor, this is really for educational purposes to help you understand what it is. So one type of narcissism is the grandiose type. Grandiose narcissists, you can spot them anywhere because they are out there seeking attention as much as they can possibly get. You might notice that they come from a standpoint of their ego. Maybe you would call them an egomaniac, or it's always from a standpoint of an ego and how much attention they can possibly get from everyone, and it's never enough. So that is the red flag. No matter how much attention they get, it's never enough. They want more and more. They feed off of it. The second type of narcissism is called vulnerable narcissists. These people can be quiet, they can be reserved, but you'll find that they're easily slighted. If someone looks at them the wrong way, if a waiter doesn't anticipate their needs, and it's everyone. So it's not just one person where they got poor service somewhere or a family member. They look to be slighted in every situation they're in. So for instance, if in a restaurant the meal wasn't cooked right or whatever, they would complain. But then when the restaurant owner or manager would try to make it right, we'll remake this dish for you, or you can order something else, no problem. Or whatever they offer, even we'll comp you the dinner. The narcissist will say no. And it's so insulting to everyone around them because the restaurant is trying to make it right, and they'll say no. So it's almost like it's very they won't let anyone make it right. So they want to be in that unhappiness. So the vulnerable narcissist really doesn't want to be anything different than what they are. And no matter if you have a narcissist that is grandiose or vulnerable, the one thing in common that they have is they do not like any kind of self-help. The reason why narcissists don't change is because they truly believe they don't need help. They truly believe it's the rest of the world that needs to change. And being around them can be a little confusing sometimes because you think, oh, this person's unhappy. Maybe it was me, maybe it was the restaurant, maybe it was their work colleagues, and you'll find after spending some time with these narcissists that no matter what anyone does, no matter where they're at, they're always unhappy, putting people down. It's never enough. They love attention. And no matter how much you bend over backwards to try and help them, they will not do the work to change because they really don't think that it's them. They think that other people trigger them or have made them who they are. So like the rest of us, we will want to change. We will want to say, okay, what can I do better? What did I maybe, this is my contribution towards why I'm unhappy, because whatever. We will do the work to look inward, to heal, to change, to evolve. We want to do that because it feels good to be better than we were before. The narcissist, that what makes them so toxic is they absolutely will dig their heels in when it comes to any kind of self-work, self-healing, self-evolvement. And they'll say the right things. They'll say, oh, I should have done that better, or, oh, I'm sorry, but it will be ungenuine. They will not, if you look at their actions, they won't do any work to change. And they're just saying those things because they know it's politically correct to say those things. The other traits of a narcissist is they have, beyond attention seeking, they have a real belief that they are smarter, special, they deserve special treatment, and that the world should give it to them. So yes, we're all special. We all have different abilities. We have things that we can help people with by using our abilities. We want to help others. We want to have a great career, run a great business. And we're all special, but the narcissist really believes, no, I'm more special than everyone else. So they don't see it that we're all equal and that we all have different abilities and different areas of expertise. They see it like, I am above you. So that's where the narcissist becomes really toxic, because they go out of their way to tell other people, sometimes outright, and sometimes in the way they treat other people, that they deserve special treatment because they are so special. I personally witnessed a narcissist be so condescending and patronizing to the people around them. That is so obvious. And the people around them are just like, wow, why did you ask me what I do for a living when no matter what I did for a living, it would never be good enough? And the narcissist does this because they're really they're sabotaging the people around them. They want the people to know, oh, you're down here and I'm up here because I do this for a living. And you'll find that narcissists can be in any job, any occupation, but for some reason they believe, oh, well, I'm so much better than you. All right, so I've driven that point home. Let's move forward. Narcissists can feel easily slighted. The people around them, here's another common trait. The people around the narcissist, they suffer. The narcissist wants what we call narcissistic supply, which means they feed off of others' negativity. So they want to keep people around them in a negative state, an unhappy state. So the narcissist will often pick at your pain points. When you first meet them, or if you haven't been around them in a while, they will ask you essentially, what's going wrong in your life? So they will have different ways of asking this question, but they'll keep digging till they find something, till you think that they care about you. That's why they're asking. That's not why they're asking. The narcissist is asking essentially what's going wrong in your life so that they can keep picking at that and use that in the future to make you feel bad, because the narcissist feeds off of that because it makes them feel better about themselves. So you'll notice the people around them are really unhappy and are suffering. Especially a narcissistic parent will groom their children to not trust their own emotions, to look for the narcissist to tell them how they're feeling. Like, oh, don't cry, essentially because it irritates the narcissist. So the child learns, oh, it's not good to cry, or it's not good to have an opinion, and it's not good to even think about your own emotions, because the narcissist clearly just doesn't have time for anybody else's. That's a third thing you can look at a narcissist. They do not have the capacity to feel empathy. So they fake it. They learn over time the things that they should say. Like if someone has just lost somebody, they will go out of their way to reach that person and bring up how painful it is oh, you must be feeling really bad because this person, now you don't have that money coming in, or now you're going to be alone. And they'll say really hurtful things to make this person's pain even worse. And the narcissist, what they're doing is they're feeding off of that person's pain to make themselves feel better. So narcissists will set people up in all kinds of toxic ways to feel bad about themselves. So this creates significant problems in the narcissist's life. But what they always do is they turn it around to the people around them. Well, you made me feel this way. Well, you did this to me. So they accept no responsibility, no accountability. So often narcissists will be in areas where career areas where they aren't penalized for not taking accountability. So sometimes they're leaders, sometimes they're, business owners, where they can just put any accountability off on somebody else. In managers, where it's never their fault, right? So this is not just playing the corporate game. This is more of a internal, even when they're at home, it's always somebody else's fault. And they, of course, just want people the main thing narcissists do is they want control. They really, really want control over your emotions, over what you think, over what you do, how you do it, and at the expense of you. So they really don't want you moving forward with your own goals, moving forward to achieve your dreams. Now, a narcissistic parent can, send their kids to college. That's great. But you'll find that they are sabotaging them emotionally by saying, oh, well, good luck with that class. Yeah, that's going to be really hard for you. And it's not coming from a place of love. They're coming from a place of, I don't want you to pay attention to anything that takes your attention off of me. So that's where the narcissists always come from. And their children and people around them can end up really, really confused and so knocked down emotionally that they don't even want to get up anymore. So it feels like just constant emotional knockdown after knockdown. And there are covert narcissists who out in public appear to be very caring. They have loads of so-called friends. But if you look deeper, they're really just acquaintances. These people, covert narcissists, really won't have close friends, people that don't have to be around them. Narcissists don't like anyone around them that knows any more than they do or that is more accomplished. And you'll notice this because when a narcissist has someone around them that they just met that is more accomplished than they are, they'll say the right things in public, but behind closed doors, they will be bashing and criticizing that person to their family, they'll be tearing that person down to the root. And that's because underneath, the narcissist is really insecure and they have a deep, deep fear of abandonment. So they will push people out of their lives who will hold them accountable or will speak the truth. Because the narcissist does not like any truth. They don't want to be accountable, and they don't want anyone around them that's going to question what they're doing or what they're saying. So people around narcissists will often be confused because the narcissist will say one thing, and then when you call them on it, well, you said you didn't want to do this because of this. The narcissist will change what they said and blame you. They'll say, well, you misunderstood. That's not what I meant. And they'll lie even when you can prove otherwise. And they'll always be slimy and twist it around to mean something else. Well, you're confused. Well, that's not exactly true. Well, so you're telling me I'm lying because I'm just repeating what you said? Well, yeah, because they want that control over how you see them and the world. And they want you to see it exactly the way they see it. It's always negative. So if you want to frustrate a narcissist, let's end this on a happy note. If you want to frustrate a narcissist, speak the truth. Gray rock, be a gray rock, meaning you make yourself very uninteresting and very businesslike, where you don't get emotional. Because they'll try all these tactics to push your buttons because they've collected all this personal information about you, and they will love to throw that back at you. Well, you failed at this. Well, you've been divorced. Well, you've done this. Well, you changed jobs, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's not, please don't take it personally, because the narcissist does that to everybody, and they are really, when they especially turn up the volume on attacking you, it's because they don't like what you said. And you need to deal with them consider dealing with them like a gray rock, where you're very matter of fact, non-emotional. No matter what they say, they don't get a rise out of you, and you just move forward and say, I'm not going to do that. Where you have strong boundaries, you're not going to break your own boundaries. You're not going to let anybody walk on your boundaries. Your boundaries are non-negotiable. For instance, if you said, I'm available at 10 to go do this, because maybe you can't get away from the narcissist. Maybe maybe you're co-parenting, maybe they are getting older, they're a parent, whatever it is for you with a narcissist, maybe you can't go no contact. Gray rocking is a great tool to just deal with them like a business, like just be very businesslike, non-emotional. And when they try to push your buttons, you just remain calm, remain strong. And also, they don't like it when people are very happy around them. In fact, they will often try to say, they won't like it. They function in the negative and dealing off of everybody's negativity, because it makes them feel so much better about themselves. So I hope this helps you. In this video, let's just recap. What is narcissism? There are two main types: grandiose and vulnerable. Grandiose has an inflated self. Well, they all have inflated self-images. Their ego is huge. They always come up from a place of ego. The vulnerable narcissist can be quiet, reserved, but easily slighted, always complaining behind closed doors about how they weren't treated right. And some of the traits that you can look at is the people around them are always suffering, in a lot of pain. They're confused because the narcissist constantly is manipulating them. And it doesn't, if you've ever been manipulated, that doesn't feel very good. Narcissists do not like being accountable, and they do not like the truth. Narcissists don't have the ability to have empathy. They say the right things, but they don't really feel your pain. Where if you have a friend that's around you that's in a lot of pain, you'll be with that person, and you'll, even when you leave that person, you'll still hope for the best for them, and you'll, check in on them, and, and good things like that. But a narcissist, they will leave that person and just go on and like that person just never even mattered, because they never felt the empathy. They don't have that ability. So I hope this finds you well. I hope this video is helpful for you. Look at my other videos. I have lots of other videos on narcissism, how you can repel narcissists. That's a great video. How you can frustrate a narcissist, how you can heal from a past narcissistic relationship. I hope this finds you well. I'm Mary Kay Richardson. I help people heal from whatever is holding you back, whatever is preventing your success or moving forward with your goals, whether it's anxiety, self-doubt, confidence, self-defeating habits, or healing from a past narcissistic relationship. Anyway, be well, and I'll see you on the next video.